Hello, I'm Ryan Jenkins. In this video, we're going to cover the three things all humans want at work and life. Did you know there are three human needs that are the hidden operating system that are running your work life? Satisfy these three needs and you'll unlock greater fulfillment for yourself and your team. Let's discover how. So here are the three needs at work and life. And for today's conversation, we're really going to zero into just focusing on work. And these three needs are from my friend, Britt Andrietta. She's written a couple books on the topic, a neuroscience expert. She's extraordinary. And she's identified the three things at the core of human need. These really are the cornerstones of human behavior. So they are survive, belong, and become. Now, these three things, it kind of mirrors Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If you remember that, studying that in school, where you kind of started off at the bottom with survival, food, water, shelter, and then you worked your way up to the self-actualization. I believe this is a much more condensed and simpler version, which I think it would be much more helpful. So we're going to look at what is triggering these things inside the workplace, and then how do we fulfill these at work, with the goal of ultimately fulfilling these for the folks that are on our teams in our organization to boost performance, increase engagement, and just create a better workplace for all. So let's start with survive. It's basically centers around this. I have food, water, and shelter. So that is triggered by relationships. More specifically, the individual that writes your performance review is where this need is triggered. Because of course I need a good performance review to then get a paycheck to then use that to survive in today's world. So that can actually be fulfilled by paycheck and raises. Now, once we satisfy their survival need, then we can move up to the next one, which is belong. I can contribute and I'm valued. That's the center of the belong need. And that's triggered by tribal status. If you remember back, well, you can't remember, but think back when our ancestors roamed the prairies. Tribal status was really important because if we ever got excluded from our tribe, our chances of survival alone were very minimal. So the tribe was very important to us, and our brain still worked the same way. Our brain is constantly scanning our social tribes, our work tribes, to try to figure out where do we stack up. And so we want to constantly feel like we're contributing and we're valued so that we don't get excluded. And so how this need is fulfilled is through company or team culture. And then once we fulfill the belonging, well, the next one and the ultimate one is to become. I'm living my full potential. That's the goal. And this need is triggered by stagnation. If an individual is feeling stagnant, they're not growing professionally or personally, then this need is going to be triggered. And again, they're going to look to their leaders, they're looking to their organizations to fulfill these. And if they're not being fulfilled, then they're likely to go somewhere else. So again, this is why these human needs are so critical to be fulfilled at work. So how do we fulfill the belong need? Well, it's through growth opportunities. Learning and development is going to become so critical today and moving forward into the future. So to kind of sum all of this up, this upward evolution that we're going through, it's changing work and it's changing workers and it's redefining the employer-employee relationship. And obviously in times of crisis, right now we're going through COVID and you revert back to survival, right? And oftentimes you ransack a grocery store and buy up all the toilet paper. We revert back to survive. But once things are settled, we then look to belonging again. We want that connection. And so right now we're seeing more, especially from the emerging generations, they have this appetite for more belonging. They're looking to their leaders and their organizations to create more belongingness at work. That's why the D&I conversation is becoming so important and so top of mind. And I believe there's so much opportunity for organizations to create more healthy organizations, to create more of this belonging, because especially the emerging generation, they're highly lonely. And research is now showing that all of us, because of technology and various things, we're becoming more isolated and lonely. So there's huge opportunity for us to satisfy this belonging need inside the organizations. And then of course, through learning and development, to help the folks inside of our organizations to reach that become need. So the recap here is if we satisfy the three human needs of survive, belong, and become, we'll be rewarded with personal fulfillment as well as employee engagement. I hope this was helpful and insightful. If you have questions or want to learn about some of the live virtual events that I do, please email me at ryan@ryan-jenkins.com. And if you want content like this delivered via digital course format, which is one that perhaps you want to put into your LMS or reach a larger mass inside your organizations, please visit synklx.com to learn more. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for your time and attention. Have a great day.